Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. All right, we got it in. Now just snug it down. All right, well, so we've got our slug cut to fit inside of the mushroom or positive, which we haven't created yet. Now what we have to do is bore this out to fit this so that we can have it sit solid on this to be able to push down and pull back up. So let's go over to the lathe and go ahead and bore it out. All right, we're going to start by just trimming this back to something smooth and then squaring this end up, and then we'll bore our hole. Great. All right, so we've got that. Now what we have to do is bore this out to, you know, what is that? I don't even know the measurement. I'll have to take it again. Let's go over and take it. We're going to go to 2 inches 600 thousandths, which is another, what, half an inch beyond that hole there. So that's what we're doing. But for the moment, we'll be back. All right, so we've got 2 inches. We need to go another ½ inch. So 250 thousandths on each side. We should have it. All right, now that we've got our hole a little bit bigger, I think we can come in with our bigger boring bar. Which also at the same time goes closer to the edge. All right. Okay, we got our size, but the bottom isn't what I want, so I need to get that bottom resolved a little bit better, and I'll bring you in and show it to you. And all the pressure is going to go on that bottom there. So we want that to be reasonably square up to a certain point. All right, Nick Collier here, and you know, we're still working on this piece for the Gong, and got this all cut, really nice piece. It came out so good. I'm so proud of it, and I'm not going to use it. I was going to make a positive for that and use it as a single press to get a shape, and I realized when I got the metal that this 16-ton press would not touch that. So the way I have to do it is to press it one little dot at a time to get it to kind of form out. And that's pretty much what I did. I'm going to bring you in close and we'll have a look at it. So yeah, using a jeweler tool, which is a kind of a dapping punch, I just put it underneath the press here and pressed into a piece, well, not that, into a piece of plywood. And the plywood formed and allowed it to kind of create a dimple in the metal. And the dimple effect, I like that dimple effect. It's going to be, so then I'm probably going to just come out to about here with the dimpling, and then out beyond the dimpling, some kind of texturing. But what I want you to hear is what this thing sounds like now. And you know, it's raining out, so it's going to be a bit noisy, but you'll be able to hear it. And before, when I tapped on this, it kind of made a dull, twangy sort of sound. But now, yeah, hang on. And it's still vibrating. Now I'm going to stop it now. But this is going to have a pretty good sound to it, especially once I get everything formed out here a little bit more. So we're going to take this and go out a little further with it and see what we come up with. All right, first thing I want to do, and let's get this ram out of the way. We're going to make a little noise. One thing about this press, it is one noisy ass machine. Okay, let's bring this in. First, let's just see if we're centered. There's our... That looks pretty center. Okay, now we'll bring this in to about here. And actually, let's get rid of that. And we'll come out to, I'd say, somewhere right in there. Draw our circle. And we'll dimple this thing all the way out to that line and see what we can do from there. holding it up. It's looking good though. Ah, that's nice. Very nice.
And you did before the cut? It was plain before?
It was flat.
Okay, flat. And did you do with this?
Huh?
Okay.
Just do.
Yeah,
Yeah. But we're all the way around that circle, all that, and then.
Yeah.
Ah, it's such a great finish. I'm very happy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yes, she's hot. Good.
Still. All right, I'll do a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, well, notice the little rod that just fell out I put back in, and I set that up so that the rod faces directly to the center point, so that that chisel line is exactly towards center each time. And a little bit of filling in gaps that I didn't quite get it done. And notice that it's that the thing is pretty well warped. It's not very straight. So I'm coming back and straightening out the lines of the circumference.
Okay, so we've got it done. Well done as far as we're done so far. Let's put it up on something and see how it sounds. Got pretty good sound. All right. That is that. And we got to drill a hole in it, then we got to make a frame for it. Okay, so we've got the gong finished and it's looking pretty good. And what we need to do now is to build a stand for the gong. And what I've done is I've got all of this walnut that I've been kind of hanging on to for a few years now. And if you've been following me, you saw that this tree that I scored and the wood that I got from that. And that's what we have here, is this heartwood to sapwood transition in this walnut. So we're going to get this much heartwood out of both sides, and then a bunch of sapwood. And I don't know if you can see it. We're going to pull up a little closer. But the raw edge of the walnut up here, you know, where the bark got pulled off. So it's going to look pretty good. And I'm ready to play with that. I think what we'll do is go ahead and put it in the chop saw, take off those two ends, and then put it in the bandsaw and bandsaw this part here out, and then see what we come up with. Okay, so we got our angle. Not bad. All right, let's put it in the bandsaw. All right, we got our pieces cut out. Now it's time to square up the edges with the joiner. And I don't know if this will fit in the joiner here. No, it's not gonna. Too bad. Well, we can just take that down with a sander or a hand joiner. But let's get started. All right, well, we've got the pieces of wood polished and we've laid them out, and it looks like this one little corner down here is out just a bit, so we're going to put that in the chop saw and straighten that edge up a little bit, and I think we pretty much got it. I mean, of course, we've got to join them and get the thing to hang right and everything like that, and also put some legs on it. But we got a good start. Well, we got the gong done here. You can see it's up on its stand. It's all set up. It's probably a little dark in this room because it's early in the morning. And I ended up staining the wood support. So it came out really good. And it came out so good that my wife
immediately absconded with it and took it down to her temple, which is where it's at right now, is in her temple. And she uses it in her work, doing what women do. You know how that goes. And so this gong is already called for. We're gonna probably be making some more, and we'll be back.
Right after I finished that, the first piece, which was 17 inches across, and I posted it on my Facebook page, I had a guy call me and say, hey, you know, I've been looking for a gong and I'm very interested in getting one, except I want one 24 inches across. And so I bought the metal and did a very similar texturing system, except this time I did a heat treating with using vegetable oil, which came out beautifully. I basically took this piece, once I was done with it, put it on top of the kiln, opened the kiln door, put it on top of the kiln, and heated the kiln up to 375 degrees, and kind of cooked on this surface, kind of what you do when you season a frying pan. And I cooked on this surface, and it came out beautiful. And listen to the sound of this one. Well, that didn't sound good. Let's try it again. Yeah, we got a little bit of vibration. Let me bring it up. We're going to bring it up in the air a bit, because this has a great sound to it. There we go. Now let's try it. And that's with the butt of a hammer, which is not exactly your best gonger. And hey, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And this is Nick Collier, checking out.